Yes, of course, we are ready.
Okay, that's great. Lovely. So first of all, if you just can explain a bit more about Tashkent Medical Academy, I would like to say if you can tell us about its history, about its background, when it was founded, and especially about Fergana branch, and overall brief about the university, please, so our students can listen to it.
Okay, Tashkent Medical Academy is the first medical university in Uzbekistan, and our branch, Fergana branch of Tashkent Medical Academy, was established in 1992. During these years, we provide medical education for students. Fergana branch of Tashkent Medical Academy is situated in Fergana Valley. Fergana Valley is a pearl of Uzbekistan. It's all conveniences in our city.
Okay.
Nowadays, we have 11 departments in our branch. We provide dental study, higher nursing study, general medicine, pediatric, and prophylactic work studies in our university.
Okay, and how many international students you currently have right now?
Our international department is new because we began to accept international students only in this year. That's why we have 50 international students.
Okay, and how long the program is basically, this English medium program, this MBBS MD?
It's 6 years program. Courses is in English.
Okay, that's fine. And can you just tell me something more about environment in Fergana and overall how this country, Uzbekistan, is welcoming for international students?
Okay, maybe you know that Uzbek people is very friendly. They say that guests, it's more than your father. They very friendly for the guests. That's why it's very convenient to study and live in Uzbekistan.
Okay, and how old this university is, Tashkent Medical Academy overall, the main campus or the branch campus?
We have branch campus. We have hostel. We have clinical bases for practical studies. More than 60 clinical bases for practical studies. And the lectures are in our campus.
Okay, and if you just give us a bit more brief about the comparison, because you see international students right now, when they consider studying abroad, they have so many different options, and they can go to some other countries, some other neighboring countries. For example, they can consider go to Russia, Ukraine. So if you compare Uzbekistan for medical education as compared to other neighboring destinations, how do you compare yourself? I mean, what you think, what facilities Uzbekistan is offering as compared to, or what advantages the student has as compared to other countries?
Okay, we can give highly qualified knowledge for our students, and we can say that our environment in Uzbekistan also very friendly. It's when we compare with from Russia maybe, but the program is clear to Russian medical program, because you know that Uzbekistan was with Soviet Union,
Yes.
and that's why we have a program
Mhm.
with it.
Okay, that's fine. And in terms of the language barrier, I mean, because a lot of international students you see when they consider going abroad, they consider the language as well. So how do you consider, I mean, how easy it is to communicate in Uzbekistan as compared to other destinations like, for example, Ukraine or Russia, in terms of communicating for a daily life, I mean?
For easy communicating, and that we put on plan our educational plan Russian and Uzbek language, because students have their practice, and you know that in Uzbekistan not all the people speak in English language. That's
Mhm.
why we provide also English, Uzbek and Russian language classes
Okay,
for our students.
okay. And how much they are supposed to now, if I'm talk about living, say, in Fergana specifically, so what do you think, what facilities the international student has in terms of, say, they have to go out for day-to-day activities? What about the food? What about the living cost, average living cost, if I may ask, generally?
I think living cost in Uzbekistan each much is more cheaper than other countries.
Mhm.
They have all facilities. You know, Uzbekistan is famous for its vegetables, fruits
Mhm.
all over the world.
Mhm.
That's why the cost of living is cheaper than other countries. For example, from Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, from Russia, of course.
Okay, right. And which year the students are supposed to go for clinical attachment? Do you have any idea? Because I believe there is a theory and then there is a practical as well. So from which year they are supposed to go to the hospital or to the attached clinics?
Okay, we have, I spoke about lately that we have clinical bases for our students.
Hmm.
You know, the first year is foundation year, but in a first year they also have practice,
Okay.
and we have 6 clinic bases
Mhm.
in our city. They situated not far from each other, and they have practice lessons in these bases.
Okay, okay. And now if you just can give us some idea that how far this Fergana branch of Tashkent Medical Academy is from Tashkent. Do you have any idea? Can you just explain us?
Yes, it's 300,000 kilometers from Tashkent. It's can 5 hours by car,
Okay,
and 4 hours by train. We have train and um, plane from Tashkent. By
okay,
plane, it's 45 minutes from Tashkent.
okay, okay. So it's like, and by road you mentioned it's about 300 kilometers approximately.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, that's fine. And now, when is the next admissions are opening? I mean, we are right now, we are getting a lot of inquiries. So we wanted to know that will it be possible for international students to come and join for October, November intake, especially due to this COVID-19 situation? This COVID-19, I mean, the whole world is in this pandemic. Can you just tell us something about how the university is prepared for the COVID-19 and how they are able to welcome international students, looking at the current situation?
Okay, in this situation, in Fergana, there is no this disease nowadays,
Okay,
but we provide our uh, our training classes from Moodle system. From
okay, okay,
We have our Moodle system,
okay.
and the summer semester was given from this model system.
Okay. And when you're looking to resume the classes, when do you think that the students will be able to have face-to-face session back again? You think, and how is the current COVID situation in Uzbekistan overall? Is it under control? Is it everything is normalized? Like, are open to go out, or everything is still in a lockdown right now? What is the current situation?
The COVID situation is good in Uzbekistan. There are, it's under control. I think in September we can accept new students, admit new students.
Okay, so things are all under control. I mean, we don't have to, because we getting a lot of inquiries from international students, and of course we are in touch with their parents as well. So they all are concerned about the situation, that they want to go and study, but at the same time they are concerned about this pandemic and COVID. So I wanted your reassurance that whether the Uzbekistan or the university is well prepared, and whether we would be able to have normal classes or not.
I think it will be normal classes in September, because in Fergana, I repeat that there is no COVID. We are working.
Okay, so there's absolutely no problem as far as Uzbekistan and in particular Fergana is concerned. Everything is under control. Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
so I think it is, at least it's a good news. Okay, now in terms of process of admissions, for example, because a lot of students, they have a lot of inquiries regarding the process. So how quick your admission process is, by the way?
Under the degree of the President and Cabinet of Ministers, Republic of Uzbekistan, the admission process going by passing interview.
Okay, so it's very, processes quite fast. Like, how much time usually it takes? Do you have any idea? It takes about 3-4 days to get the admission letter, or it's a very lengthy process, or it's very smooth and quick?
Maybe a week. It takes a week.
Okay, that's fine. I think I would have some questions with Dr. Shakir regarding the immigration, because I think maybe he is in a better position. He has joined our meeting, and I would request him to give us some idea. Dr. Shakir, thank you so much for joining us today. I would like to know that how the immigration department is working right now, and whether they will be able to process the visa invitations for our international students or not.
Good afternoon, Mr. Naveed. Hope you are doing well. Yes, we are accepting applications for international students. In currently position, we have opened our applications process for our international students. So when someone applies, just I want to a little bit the process. The process of us is very clear and very crystal in very short time, not so much lengthy and not so much different things. So the process is that when student applies, we check his documents for 3 subjects is the main subject in the college: physics, chemistry, and biology. Of course, biology is the very necessary. Minimum grade is 50%, and overall aggregate of these 3 subjects is also 50% is needed for international student. And as concerned to Pakistani student, the total aggregate marks of the is 60% is the lowest. As per NEET, for Indian student, the NEET is also required. If someone is passed in NEET, so we can accept his documents. After acceptance his documents, we issue an admission letter from the university. It will take 1 to 2 days. 1 to 2 days. And after accept application, we didn't give documents for immigration. So it depends on the type of visa and the type of applying. There are two categories. One is urgent category and one is normal category. So mainly we apply for normal, depending on the position, the timing, how much time is left for to start the classes. So we send them application through the foreign ministry, giving the immigration department, and after that, minimum range from 5 to 7 working days, the visa will be issued, and student can get their visa in their concerned countries where he can get. For example, in his homeland or in his neighborhood country where he can. So he has to inform us from which country he will apply for visa. So we mentioned that in the application.
Okay, okay, that's
it's
fine.
very easy.
And I would like to, since you are there and you are looking after all international students in Fergana especially, so how the current international students are doing in the current COVID situation? Because all the international students right now, to be honest, their main concern is basically this pandemic, this COVID-19. So how you have supported and how is their motivation, how they are coping up with the studies, what support the university is providing them? If you just give us some more information about it.
So in the current pandemic situation, we are doing our best, and it is also with the help of the university administration, with the help of the local governor office. Everyone is focusing on the foreign students, and due to the current situation, the hostel is closed for the local students. Only international students hostel is open, and they are living in this hostel, and they are very healthy life they are taking. Every day they have the chance to play sports, to utilize their time. Teachers are even coming to the hostel and giving them lectures, practical classes, not live online session, live classes. As already I share a video with you,
Yes.
and you maybe put it on your website or some for sharing. So we are very helpful with your students. Even they don't need to in the current situation, the cafes, restaurants, each and everything is closed, but we provide for our students 3 times best food, different cuisines, Asian, Italian and European. So if someone needs anyone, so they can give us in before the lunch or during the dinner time. So we prepare that for special cookies here. Even during Ramadan, we also arrange a very well time for the students who are fasting. In the morning also, in the evening also. Even we also arrange them for religious, for example, some khatams in Quran are collecting prayers like that.
Okay, that's fine. And now, if you can just tell us more about the minimum academic requirement, because you see, and another very important question which I'm going to ask, that a lot of our students, international students, they have received the 11th grade, 11th transcript, but they have not been issued yet the grade 12 due to the current situation. But the government has already announced, if I talk specifically about students, say from Pakistan, that the government has already announced to promote them for year 12. So I just wanted to know whether on the basis of their first year transcript right now, will you be able to issue us the admission notice so that they can plan and they can process further?
Yes, due to the current situation, that if someone have passes the 11 classes from college FAC first year, we can say intermediate first year, and he has the mark sheet. In the mark sheet, he has above 60% mark, and he can give us the guarantee that he will score the same course or above course as per requirement in the second part of intermediate, so we can issue any admission letter for him, no problem.
Okay, because the
minimum requirement is already I described that the minimum requirement is 60% total marks. In physics, chemistry, and biology is also 50%.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, we basically we have some students who would be applying, say, from Pakistan, but we have some students who would be applying from some other countries, like from Saudi Arabia, like from the Middle East, and so we will check what are the minimum requirements. So, for example, if we have some student who has scored slightly lower than 60%, I mean, on a case-to-case basis, would you be able to consider those applications and discuss it with the management, the admission committee, in a
Yeah.
special cases?
Okay, in special case, we see and we check the concerned country student requirements of their concerned medical council. For example, let's see, from Pakistan, this year came one student to us that his score was 59%. So we inform him that you are not eligible according to the rules and regulation of Pakistan Medical Council, PMDC, which we can call. But his father insisted, no, I just want my son to be admitted and he will not work in Pakistan. So he give us in written form that from our side there is no issue. It's on their own willing.
Okay. We have sometime students calling us and parents asking that what are the opportunities? For example, some students, they don't want to go back to their home country and they would like to practice in this region. Like I'm talking about maybe Uzbekistan or Russia, Ukraine. So what advantages, and you think if they have a degree from Tashkent Medical Academy, that what are the advantages? Can they move on, stay in this region to practice, or is it very difficult?
No. First, let me introduce about the Tashkent Medical Academy. It is one of the oldest institution in this region. 100 years old institution. This 100 years jubilee will be celebrated. And another thing is that the student studied here from and get the degree from the Tashkent Medical Academy. He is eligible in Uzbekistan Republic to work. He is eligible to in Russia, in Ukraine, even in the whole USSR.
Okay.
He is eligible.
Okay.
Because
so, I mean,
Tashkent Medical Academy is one of the leading institute, and now it is ranking in 400 world ranking.
Okay.
Below 400. So and also Tashkent Medical Academy gives for the foreign student UECMLE base plan. So also we prepare students not only for the local syllabus, also mixed with the UECMLE, PLEB, AMC, HAD, SLC. So we give them also extra classes about their country. Currently, some students from Saudi Arabia are studying here. So we also prepare them in spare time for SLC.
Okay. That's
so we are
great.
coaching up country. Mainly our student is mainly from Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, from this region. So we also provide PMDC classes. We also provide MCI coaching classes. We also provide Bangladesh Medical Council classes.
Okay. So do you charge extra fee from the students to prepare for all these classes?
No, currently we are not charging anymore. No charges.
Okay, but you are supporting and you're making sure that they able to settle and they able to pass the test.
Yes,
exam.
we are supporting and we give them best quality. So we believe for the quality of education and quality of doctors, so these students will become doctor in future and they will serve the humanity.
Session due to the current situation, we can't reach you, and this was the best way to reach to everyone. So still, if you people have any questions which were unanswered in this discussion, you're more than welcome to contact us. You can also apply to the university by going online to mbbsinenglish.com, and you will get the admission, and one of our expert counselor will contact you about the rest of the procedures. So thank you, Dr. Shakir. I will conclude this meeting today, and thank you so much for your time. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.